Yo, what is good, people of YouTube and the podcasting world? We are officially on episode 5 of Swagger Day Saint. I really enjoyed yesterday's three-way format, so I just thought we should try it again and do it with two of my very close homies. To my right, we got Igor Williams, and to Igor's right, we got my homie Isaiah Horny.
Let's get it. Hey,
And,
what?
It's Horny, my bad. I was just playing around.
It's all right. But, my last name is H-R-N-E.
Horny. Yeah.
So I've been called Horny for my entire life.
Yeah.
It's all right, though.
The inspiration of this setup was me, Igor, and Isaiah like to chop it up at Igor's house, and we get into really deep, intimate conversations at his place. And to be honest, once again, this is another candid interview setup because we have not seen Igor in, what has it been, like a month?
It's probably been almost a month, yes.
Almost a month, like 4 whole weeks that we haven't. And normally I'd say like it's a consistent thing that we get together. And funny enough, part of the motivation of setting up this podcast was like me, Igor, and Isaiah were always talking and being like, bro, if we had a podcast set up, like it'd go crazy. Like Isaiah was always like, we got to do it. And then
yes, sir.
Literally when I bought the equipment, you know, the mics and everything, I sent Igor and Isaiah the picture and I was like, we about to get it. So
it's happening.
It's happening
It's
right
finally
now.
happening. It's finally the day.
Very excited to be here with these guys. And we're just going to get straight into it. Recently, Igor has had COVID. He just, 2 weeks has passed and he's negative. So everything's good. We're, following protocols and everything's chilling. But during that quarantine, I just wanted to get into like, how was that? How was getting COVID? And just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's like, I feel so happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been like, can you feel the energy?
It's crazy. It's crazy right now, bro. It's happening.
Yeah, this threesome is just so.
Isaiah likes the sound of that, right?
Whoa.
Threesome? Like 3 people having fun together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we're now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're living in this period now that is just being a surprising and scary in so many ways for all of us, because we don't know how we're gonna react. Like we are young and apparently healthy, and we sometimes feel like nothing's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But apparently some of us just get hit very bad. So I think I was one of them.
So your brother Kyle was the one that got it first, right? And you live like right next to Kyle.
Yes.
So you would say Kyle got it from maybe somebody at work, or you guys probably don't even know, right?
Yeah, I have no idea where my brother got it from.
Right.
But he, like in our little community, he was the first one that, Kai, if you're watching this, I love you, my brother, but he was the one who like spread it out,
Infected people at work, like 10 people at work, I heard.
Yes, a bunch of people at his work are quarantined now.
Devastating, bro.
Yes. So 3 days before Christmas, he went to work already like very tired. He was like, oh, I just feel cold. I feel tired. My brother is very healthy. My brother never gets sick, like honestly in years. And I was like, dude, maybe you should get tested. We don't know. Like you never get a fever before. But in the end of the day, I called Garrett. Then it's one of our good friend that he's a doctor. Garrett, love you, miss you. If you're watching this, call me.
Shout out to Garrett, bro. Shout out to the G-Man.
Yeah, so Garrett said, just bring him over at the parking lot and I can just get him tested in a parking lot. We not even need to do anything. So he got tested. He got a positive. So I decided to go to the hospital just an hour or two later.
And you got tested and you were positive as well?
Yes. And let's talk about the test. Have you guys done that?
Isaiah's done it.
I've done it several times. And it's quite like the nurse is up in there for 10 seconds in each nostril. So, it's like, but after a while you kind of get used to it, in my opinion. But
okay. So do you ever shed a tear when it's up in there? Because I feel like a nose is a very sensitive thing, like.
Yeah, the first, because I've probably done it 6 or 7 times, and the first 2 times I teared up and I like like was all teary eyed and was like, dang, like I need to blow my nose. But like after a while, I just kind of got used to it, and it was kind of just like more of a routine thing. So I feel like the people in the NFL and like NBA, you know, who are getting tested every single day are like, oh, it's nothing. It's just like a daily routine thing, you know?
Yeah.
But
That's Isaiah's way of saying like, yeah, I'm part of that elite group of those guys that if they can handle it, I can handle it. You know what I'm saying? It's subtle.
I'm not ordinary. I'm extraordinary.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for you, it was rough or what?
You lost your taste and your smell, right? Like you couldn't, the stuff you were eating, like it was gone or what?
Yes, like the first day, so I tested it like Tuesday night. On Wednesday, I woke up already feeling sick. Like the things that were not tasting anymore. Like literally everything just tasted like I was eating plastic. Like
Wow.
water.
What were you eating that you would like, you vividly remember like, this is trash?
Chocolate.
What?
Whoa,
Chocolate
bruh.
tasted bad.
It was insane.
Wow.
You just see happening. You only see like, oh, this is real. This virus is real. This thing, it's honestly around. When it's like in front of you, when I was like eating chocolate, like a good chocolate, I was like, stop.
Yeah, so when you had it, you were like, this is no joke. This thing is no joke. Because a lot of people don't take it serious. A lot of people are like, nah, I can't get it. This isn't even real. And so for somebody to come on and go through what you went through, you're just like, this is for real.
Yes. So the first day it was like that. But the Christmas night was the point in these 2 weeks that I was like, I'm not waking up in the morning. I really don't believe in waking up in the morning. Like,
Wow.
Just the body pains, the muscle pains. It was something so intense that I felt like I was in a machine that it was just like
Jeez, dude.
pressuring me so hard that I was
awful.
I was with my brother. My brother was just watching me in my bed, and I was not even moving. I was just like crying and crying. I was like,
You had it way worse than Kaio. Like Kaio didn't have it that bad, right?
yeah, no, he got a little fever for like 2 or 3 hours, but he got Tylenol.
He was fine.
He was fine.
Yes.
Was this similar to the first time? Because this was probably your second time that you got COVID, right? Like the first time you were going through something similar, or was it different the first time?
This time it was worse.
Wow.
Honestly. Yeah.
Maybe it was just because it was a stronger strain or something.
That might have been it, right?
Yeah. Like COVID, for some reason, like special holidays.
Oh,
So
yeah,
my
'cause it's
first
Christmas.
time was my birthday, and the second time was Christmas Day. So
What is happening, Igor? what is going
happening?
on?
21.
What is?
Excuse me.
I was like, this is so rude. This is so disrespectful. COVID is not.
You were so inappropriate. I just can't with you. anymore.
These are Kardashian references, just for you guys, for reference. Igor is the biggest Kardashian fan there is. So if by some miracle they watch this, he wants to be in the squad. Kylie, like, he is ready. He's got his resume ready. Like, he'll do whatever it takes.
Kim, if you're watching this, Keeping Up it's ending 2021. We can start something new. We can,
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Kanye and Jeffree Star.
Oh, bro, we could talk
Don't
about
trip.
that, Igor, bro. We could talk about that, Igor.
Yeah,
Is
that was
Kanye
insane.
low key a flamer? Is that the title? Discussing if Kanye's a hidden flamer.
Yes, like it's been a few years that I already heard gossip.
Rumors
Really?
that Kanye was
The
in the closet.
used to like hang out with boys.
Oh,
Like
wow.
2012, 2013 probably was the first time that I heard. And then he got married, and then people stopped talked about.
That's
But-
crazy. I never knew that he had rumors like circulating before, because I
me
didn't
neither.
think Jeffree Star was like a real thing. But I've seen like stuff about Jeffree Star, like kind of like, oh, like hyping up the rumors more.
really?
And it's a lot of coincidences, you know?
Yeah, Cam actually pulled up a video. Jeffree Star posted a video yesterday night, I think, where he was addressing it, and he's like, "It's not true. Like, this is insane." But it's just like people are still, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's not enough. People are still like, he's just trying to hide it because they're doing stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a trip, dude. For Kanye to do that, I think it takes away a lot of like street cred, right? If he's doing that, like, it's just like people idolize this man, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's just like a crazy time for this man, because he's literally like doing his Sunday service thing. He's getting divorced. He's trying to like do new avenues in you know, like products and stuff like that. So he's got a lot going on, and then this on top of it is just making it like he already has mental health issues.
That's
so
what
it's
I was
probably
gonna
just
say.
gonna
Exactly.
get worse.
Yeah. He's already going through so much that now people are. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I honestly would love to happen. If this story is real, I would just like, dude, just go for it.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't believe.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes,
either, to be honest.
I think it's a crazy story, but I would love if it's real. But like, people forget that it's like he is something with mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's
exactly.
a father, he's a husband, and he has 4 kids.
Yep.
Like, people forget that like his kids has a TV in the house and might see the people it's saying that their father is having an affair with another guy.
Yeah.
So when people start to tell these lies, they don't care about like who is listening.
Mm-hmm. And how it can impact his, you know, kids.
But Jeffree Star's makeup is so on point. I remember watching a podcast where it's like, think about why Jeffree Star is so successful. His makeup. Think of if a guy can put on makeup and look like a hot chick, what can that do to an ugly girl? Right? So all these girls are like, dang, a dude can look like a fire chick. What is that going to do to me? All these girls buying a Jeffree's brand, and he's basically a billionaire. He's literally, his net worth is insane, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. And so that's like the impetus behind it is literally like, this is a hot chick basically, and everyone's behind it. And maybe Kanye's fallen victim to that.
Yeah.
Kanye's like, Jeffree's kind of lit. You know? So I don't know, but it's just crazy.
There's been a lot going on, bro. Capitol Hill.
Oh, no. Literally, go.
2021.
Share your
Democracy.
perspective. Go, get it
Bro.
in. Get it in, bro.
All right. First off, like, democracy was literally attacked on January 6th. Like, you have to understand that the reason they like attacked Capitol Hill is because Trump lost the election, right? So they're essentially attacking democracy because they don't like how, you know, how results came in. It wasn't in their favor necessarily. So that's why they attacked, right? So that's just like insane to me that literally democracy was attacked in 2021. You know what I mean?
Okay, but here's the funny thing behind it, right? Like, that happened. We all know that happened, but let's compare the two where it's like if Trump won and everyone was like, all these memes, everyone, Black Twitter, everybody like, I'm about to go crazy if Trump wins. Like, LA's finna get ruined. Like the world's gonna get flipped if Trump wins. Mm-hmm. So when Trump lost and the results were like official, like Trump is not gonna be our next president.
Yeah.
Everyone was coming out like, good, because the world would have burned. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, what's the difference between like that incident happening versus like if Trump won and it's like the world's, you know what I mean? So talk about that.
I think the difference is where it was done. One, you know, I think what you're talking about is more of like cities and protests, like protests in LA.
Lootings, riotings, crazy.
More riots, right?
Yeah.
But to attack the actual Capitol itself, like Capitol Hill, with representatives inside the building, like, that's a way different thing. Like, that's like a terrorist attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but people were pissed, and I'm not supporting any of this. I'm just using what people are saying and adding to the argument.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying there's fraud, and so Trump's out here on the podium like, this is fraud, this is rigged, it's a broken system, and so people are passionate, and they're storming it, saying like, okay, our system's broken, we gotta like, you know what I mean? And Trump is the one saying it, so it's just, I don't know, people are pissed.
Which is why also on the other side too is a lot of people are saying that he incited the violence.
Right, yeah.
Because, well, and also you have to consider that day was the day that they were like certifying the election, like Republicans and Democrats together saying the election's over, like the results, Joe Biden's president or president-elect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they were trying to stop the election from being properly, you know, finished and done with. So that's kind of why also like they're saying, oh, Donald Trump was inciting the violence because he knew that he lost and was going to be certified.
And then his Twitter was taken down, his Instagram was taken down, like all that. They were just like, we're banning this because it's just, there's too much power in this. So they're just like, it's safer for the world.
Yeah. But it's just crazy. Like, how we went through everything in 2020 and we thought, okay, 2021 is going to be a new beginnings. And we're already in the like same thing that we were doing last year, you know?
Yeah. What was kind of crazy too was like after it was like the results came in and all the votes were counted or whatever, we didn't hear anything from like Trump or Biden for like a while. Like the media was quiet. Like I'd look up stuff, no articles being posted. And I was just like, what is going on? Like normally when a president's elected, it's like, okay, it's done. And they're constantly posting like, what's going to happen? How is Trump going to take this? And normally quickly after, like the ex-president will concede. They'll go and they'll be like, this is going to be our new president, guys. I give up my power and I'm happily turning it over to our new president. Yeah. And so it was just crazy that it was just quiet, like nothing. And I'm like, what is going on? You know? So I don't know if you could shed some light on that.
It's probably as a result of all the, all the lawsuits that Trump was filing after the election. Yeah. So he, filed, I think over 100 lawsuits trying to, get extra votes counted, trying to see what kind of procedures they were using. So I think that also like prolonged it, and also the fact that how long it took for them to count votes, So I think that's why it was the media was so quiet at the time.
But who really knows though? You know what I mean? Like what could be going on behind like closed doors? Like what's happening? So it's just,
well, the government's so secretive, Like,
you don't know the shady stuff that like, oh, I don't want to die, so I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? Like, speak on it.
I'll talk about just one example. If Netflix Intimidation Game is a great movie to watch. I don't know if you've seen this, Charles.
Talk about it. That's interesting.
Yeah, though. Because so basically, for World War II, a Great Britain, I think he's like a mathematician or something. It doesn't really matter, but he discovered how to figure out how to
Alan Turing or something. Yeah. I've seen this movie.
He figured out how to
Imitation
break
Game.
The codes. Yeah,
I've seen this movie, bro. Yeah, it's a great movie.
He broke the codes for the German codes. So they were able to figure out where they're going to attack, all that stuff. So for 50 years, that secret, no one knew about it. Yeah. And then it came out. So it's like, think about that. Like, they literally chose who lived and died in World War II. Yeah.
So they wouldn't get figured out. They're like, your brother has to die. I remember that pivotal moment. It's like, my brother's on that boat. It's like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, this is the only way.
Yeah. So like, think about stuff like that. World War II, where they're choosing who's going to die, like stuff like that.
That's just a small tip of the iceberg kind of thing. Yeah.
Who knows what else is going on?
Good reference. Yeah. Igor's just like, politics is not my cup of tea, bro. I don't know. We should do something lighter.
No, I actually love politics. It's something that like invite me to watch and think about my own life. Yeah. I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, probably you guys remember that, when Trump was talking to this journalist, and he was talking to the doctor at the same time. He was like, oh, if like detergent and soup kill the virus, maybe we could figure it out somehow to use this to kill the virus inside us. Next week, it was something that was not even like very known, but next week 65 people in the state of New York got hospitalized drinking soup because they were like, oh, I have coronavirus, I'm gonna use soup.
Yeah, I remember reading a Yahoo article that like an old couple died from drinking hydroquinone or something.
Yes, just because this innocent conversation between the president and this doctor. So when a president that actually received 75 million votes invite a protest in front of the Capitol saying, we need to demonstrate our power, we need to demonstrate our strength to these people here inside the building now, people will demonstrate their power and their strength. For some people, this demonstration, it's like physically demonstration, like destroying the building. 5 people died, like literally 5 people died.
I think a huge part of it is just like a lot of people are upset that they feel like their voice isn't heard or they're not accounted for. Like either way on both sides, right? Like, like a lot of people are saying, if Trump won, I feel like my vote doesn't matter. Like I'm not cared for in this system. I'm going to go crazy. Yeah. And so on the other side of it, same thing. Like I voted for Trump. He didn't win. I'm about to go crazy. I'm going to turn up.
Yeah, definitely.
So on both sides, people are just so riled up. And that's the crazy thing about politics. People get so passionate. and so involved that it's just like another side of like animal just comes out.
Yeah.
And so that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, Trump, now that you have your Twitter suspended, if you're watching this video, thank you for your services, but the election is over. You know, thank you. It was 4 years. Amazing for you. I bet. But it's over. You know,
Igor, Bishop might see this.
Huh?
Igor.
I'm just saying, election is over. 2024, you come back. You know, you have 75 million people that will probably support you again. But 2021, new year, new president, and that's it. That's life.
Sometimes we got stuff to focus on.
Okay.
We got COVID to focus on. We got some racial injustice to focus on.
Yeah, sometimes we win. Sometimes the presidency and the Congress and the Senate is Democrat. So that's life, you know?
Yep. Yeah. The pendulum is constantly swinging back and forth, you know? Yeah.
Let's talk about the direction of 2021. Do you guys have like a good feeling about this new year and like how it's going to go? Like, do you feel like it's going to be way better than 2020? Like this year will be the year that we can go in and eat again because of the vaccine, or how you guys feeling?
I mean, I'm personally hopeful because I feel like we're kind of, and you can see in other countries, they're kind of starting to get back to normal life. However, I don't think normal life will ever really truly happen.
I hear people saying that all the time.
I will, like, every time I shake hands, hug, anything like that. It's a weird thing. It's weird. Even like, especially when you meet someone new and you're standing there, social distancing, mask, it's like you're really uncomfortable. So I feel like some aspects of life will never come back to normal. You know what I mean? So I feel like, but also I'm hopeful that we're going to start being able to go to movie theaters again, restaurants, just limited capacity. You know what I mean?
I miss it, dude. I miss it so much.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I would answer this question with another question. Do you guys have any beginning of year traditions, like with yourself, with your family, or do you have something that you start the year doing, or?
Honestly, no. I just take it like a day by day. I've always said this. It's a day by day thing. Like every day is a new day. Every day I want to be consistent in what I'm trying to accomplish, you know? And so, funny enough, with this new year, the biggest thing was, once again, I've already said this, but like this podcast, bro, like this is the biggest thing. I'm like, this new year, new platform, new setup, like new house. It's just kicking it off right kind of thing.
Maybe too, we should talk about how we hope in this year to get closer to God and get,
I love that,
stronger relationship with other Christians as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if one of you guys want to go first, or.
It's, well, to preface this as well, it's like me and Igor are part of the same community, LDS, Latter-day Saint, and then Isaiah's a non-denominational Christian, but it's cool that we always come together like this and are able to find parallels, get along with our own personal relationships and connections with God. Like regardless of like the label that we always talk about, there's more similarities than differences. So.
Oh, that was beautiful. Actually.
Thank you, Igor.
We have more similarities than differences.
Yeah, that's true though. We're on the same team.
Yeah, we always talk about that. Yeah, we're on the same team. We believe that Jesus came to save the world.
Yeah,
right.
Died for our sins.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, exactly. That's like
that's the core principle of being a Christian.
Yeah, exactly. So, I know for me personally, this year I really hope to, I feel like God's been telling me that just to we've kind of been on this, is just loving people regardless of their beliefs, differences, labels, whatever. I think that's important to do as a Christian. Like one of the biggest commandments in the Bible, it talks about, to love your neighbor, love another as yourself.
Like you love yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
So I feel like this year, especially 2021, we talked about it, some of the division in America, the world. So I think that's a big thing that I'm going to try to do throughout 2021.
And I think in 2020, we were able to get closer because of the fact that, once again, you shared your testimony with me, and it came through, and you were like, I'm a history major and I want to learn more about this and open my eyes to it.
Yeah.
And literally we would stay up at night, like late night in your house, and you were just reading on the church website our beliefs and all this stuff. And so it was so cool that you're like, even though like I may not necessarily believe in all the things that you guys believe, I'm still taking the time to research and understand.
Yeah,
and so
it's all
I think,
about understanding.
Yeah.
You know?
So the biggest thing was just, and you came through and like sat with the missionaries and listened. And so you went out of your way to be like, all right, like I may not get it, but I'm gonna take the time to see like where y'all are coming from. And I think we got to take more of that in as well. Like you did, it meant so much to me and our friendship that you would do that. And so I think if more people are able to just take the time to understand where other people are coming from, like I may not get why you think the certain way, but let me take the time to see why you do that, and then, you know, still try and come together.
Exactly, because that's what God told us to do. So you know.
This kind of reminds me that, you know, in my family we have the tradition to every beginning of year we write it down our goals for the year. So my mom always did that. I always do that. And I was like, what I want to do this year, what I want to be. And after I done that, it kind of like summarizing, it was kind of what you said. It's like, be a better Christian, be a better person. Like I'm trying to be the things that the circumstances of 2020 didn't allow me to. So it's like, I'm excited, you know?
Yeah.
It's been 8 days for the year. Until this point, it's like, it's going to be crazier than 2020. But it's like, I'm excited, you know? I think if we look inside first, instead of, oh, the world is still crazy, but like, dude, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Get your stuff together, clean up your life, organize your goals, the things that you want to do, the things that you want to be this year. Everything's gonna be fine, you know.
I think the message that we're trying to push on this is just so necessary, and I think it's so cool that like even with this platform and all the other people, like recently Justin Bieber, all of his recent releases have all been like Christian, listenable, no swearing, good message. Like I think it's becoming more mainstream and cooler that it's okay to love God and push it and talk about it and like have that be a consistent force in media. That like at the end of the day, like this is so much bigger than us. We are not the center of it all. There's a creator that is an ultimate being in our lives that is facilitating like where we end up. And obviously we have a critical role in that, but I just think it's so cool that, you know, it's becoming more as 2021 is going on and the years go on, like being Christian is like a cooler thing, you know?
Yeah. And I also just think all this crazy stuff happening, and, you know, it's like a reminder that we are not in control in any way. Like all this stuff has really taught us, like, we have zero control really of like our, like, you know, circumstances, you know what I mean? And that even in that, like God can like still like help us out, you know what I mean? Like God still like gives us blessings even in like, you know,
hardest
struggles.
of times, the trials.
Yeah. Cause like other than like a few, you know, and we kind of talked about that we've been able to improve ourselves really well and really like look in this time of like isolation and being able to improve ourselves.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a time to narrow our focus and figure out what we want to do, where we want to go. So I feel like maybe that was God's purpose, was for us to self-reflect, you know?
And what's crazy too is like a lot of people I hear just like everywhere, like 2020 was the worst year ever, this, that, and the other. I'm like, dude, there were so many blessings that came in 2020, hardcore. Like me and you got together so close and like so many good things happened, like that people just disregard. Like obviously, it was a terrible year, COVID, everything shut down, but like all these amazing things would have never happened if it wasn't for it. So you got to look at the good that comes from it and just focus on that.
I agree. I think 2021 should be an opportunity to growth. Not that like 2020, it wasn't. It was a big opportunity to growth. But 2021, it's like, dude, let's do it. You know, this project, for example, it's just a journal. It's a visual journal,
like a diary.
It's like a diary for our generations. You know.
Yeah, I feel like we really touched on in the 8 days that have happened in 2021.
Yeah.
So much has happened. So much has changed.
Yeah.
And I think we all have like good outlooks on what we want to achieve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's end with one thing that we really want to work on or improve going into 2021. An active thing that we want to solidify in our lives that we just want to accomplish. You know what I mean? And get done. And I think there's power in saying it. So.
Well, one thing is like I really hope to be more of a like disciple in terms of like just getting more people, or like God using me to bring more people to himself, like to Christ.
Yeah.
I think that would be, if by the end of the year, like I had 10 friends who were like, oh wow, like God, you know, he saved me, changed my life. That would be like the biggest blessing, you know? So I think
love that.
Discipleship would be dope.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
No, that's beautiful. I don't know. I think 2021, I just want to be the best version of myself. Like the things that I do good, I want to do better. And the things that I'm not doing, I want to start doing. If I'm a good friend, I want to be a better friend. If I'm a good son, I want to be a better. If I'm not if I'm not being kind with people in general, like I want to start being kind with people that I don't know sometimes. So I just want to be the best version of myself, you know, because if something that we learned this year is tomorrow you're here, next week we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know when COVID-20 it's coming up. So, you know, I just want to be the best version of myself, honestly.
That's great.
Yeah. And for me, I've said this earlier, I think on the podcast, but it's already happening. Like once you guys said 8 days in, I've already seen it solidifying, as like even with Holly on the previous episode, and like being on good terms, and just there's zero bad blood, zero animosity, not bringing any grudges or bad energy into this year, putting it all behind you, and connecting deeper with everyone, like all the people around you, like no wasted time and wasted relationships, you know, like every friendship is genuine and deep, and like I'm there for you, you're there for me, like there's no time for BS, you know what I mean? So that's something that I'm seeing with everyone in this house. I have a genuine connection, a genuine friendship. The three of us sitting right here, it's so much love, you know, and I feel it, and it warms my heart, and I want more of that, and I want to learn to be better about connecting with all kinds of people on this kind of level. So yeah, with that, I just want to say thank you guys for coming on.
Yeah, it was all, dude, I missed this like
dynamic.
Our dynamic is literally insane. Like it's so therapeutic, just
100%.
Us three, like
100%.
It's like it just, I feel like all of us get like so much from it, you know, just hanging out.
Yeah, and I think it's so cool to be able to capture it. Like we were talking about it all the time, like once I get the setup, bro, we're gonna have it, we're gonna watch it, like we can relive it. Like Isaiah's like, bro, I can't wait. Like I'm gonna be watching, like listening back and just like trying to learn from, because a lot of the times we just blow each other's minds with the stuff, because our own perspectives are like
so different.
Yeah.
Honestly, after our conversations, usually when you guys leave, because we're always in my couch, but when you guys leave, I'm just sitting in the couch. I'm like, seriously, I just never thought about it.
Igor would text me all the time, be like, I love Isaiah so much. Bring him to my house more. Like, please, like, Isaiah could literally be a prophet, bro. Like, always hyping him up. It's just, I literally have it in my phone, bro. Like, he's just like, oh man, Isaiah is so wise, so smart. Like, it's just dope. It's always love. It's always positivity. Like, we're always bringing each other up. Just uplift each other, you know?
Yeah, well, Igor is the most uplifting and the most generous guy. And we always laugh. Love, we always laugh because he's like, oh, I feel like I'm not doing enough for other people.
It's crazy,
like, dude, you literally do so much.
We were talking about it yesterday in the car. Me, Cameron, Holly, Galen. We were all sitting in the car and we're like, dude, like, has anyone really reached out to Igor? And we're all like, not really. Like, oh, how's he doing? We were just talking about it, and we were all literally like, Igor's the glue in this ward, bro. Igor is like the center cog piece that like all the other cogs are like spinning around, that you make sure everyone's going.
Yeah.
Stop.
You know, so no, it's real, and we got to say it out there. We got to. And so, yeah, I want to let you guys know that you guys are loved and appreciated, and Igor, you're a centerpiece, bro. Yes, everyone knows it. And so Isaiah's not even in this ward, and he's like, you're a centerpiece, bro. So
that's how you know it's true.
Yeah.
And obviously Charles is probably one of the most likable, amazing people to be around.
He's the bridge.
Yeah,
he's the bridge.
He loves. And the great thing about Charles is he actually like wants to know more about you. Like most people just do it because they feel like they have to, but Charles genuinely wants to get to know you, and like he likes, like he says, I love deep conversations. Like it literally like drives me. So that's one amazing thing about Charles is like he's so genuine, you know.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you're very honest. Like when you ask people, we can see in your eyes that you're like you are interested, you're listening, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I tell Isaiah this all the time. I'm like, this is what I live for. These conversations, these kinds of nights. And Isaiah's like, it's alright, it's cool. Like, I get it, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, I like doing stuff, but yeah, a cool conversation's dope. I get it. Like, it's fun. But
and Charles, he loves getting criticism, which most people hate.
I just want to be better.
I'm one of those people. He wants to just improve himself, you know. So, and that obviously requires taking in criticism and actually applying it. And Charles does a great job at that. And most people, that is not true at all. So that's another great thing about this guy. Love you too, bro. Love you, Igor.
Last thing that I want to say is like, even here in the United States, I've been with a therapist already. Here twice, in Brazil as well.
Everybody's going to therapy, bro. I didn't even know.
Therapy is a need.
Jeez, bro.
Mental health, bro.
And the two opportunity with the two different people, the two therapists, it was bad experiences. I won't say their names because this is not nice, but it was just bad and not mentally helpful. But like, these conversations are like,
this is therapy, bro.
This is the therapy that I was looking for to have with these two therapists. Oh, how do you say that?
We're therapists.
Yes. I was just looking for like, I want to say stuff, but I want to hear something that it's gonna like change my mind. In our conversations, it always happens. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful rap, bro. You guys killed it. Shout out to you guys, man.
What do you mean, bro?
We're gonna do
it's not even like a us thing. It's just like a collective. Like, as soon as we start talking, like we could literally go forever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have this dynamic once again. Hope you guys enjoyed that episode of us just chopping it up, and hope you guys can take it away and apply some of the lessons that we're able to learn when we talk. And so appreciate it if you guys made it to the end, and we'll see you guys in the next one.